All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a full day of eating. Kendrick just set up the new macros. So basically, we just looked at the trends last week. If you watch my previous videos, I talked about how we only had protein and fat set, and then I was kind of just eating carbs by feel, just kind of intuitively eating my carbs, seeing how much I needed to fuel my sessions, fuel my body, and feel good. Then we used that data and then the trends of my body weight, which my body weight was coming down a little bit just doing that, to set up my carbs for this next week. We're sitting at 260 protein, 450 carbs, and 95 fat. That's super easy for me, right? Like whenever I was like, before I started working with Kendrick at all, I would eat 3,500 calories pretty much every single day. And that was my maintenance at the time. And I never really strayed from that. Like that would always be my maintenance. So that's just what I was used to eating daily. Now my macros for like the cut are set at 3,700. And then on my 2 off days from the gym, I have the option to eat as low as 3,100. But even 3,100 is not a problem for me, especially like if I'm eating like ground turkey or like my stir fry vegetables or like just more voluminous foods. Not a problem at all. I shouldn't really be hungry at the end of the day as long as I'm eating the right things. So yeah, I mean this first week, maybe even week or two, I don't know how the macros are going to change week to week, but it should not be hard at all. So really excited to get started though. Y'all saw the first meal. I had 2 yogurts, 2 bananas, still sipping on the coffee while I get this work done. But yeah, I'm gonna get this work done. I'm gonna take my dog to the groomer, and then I will see y'all for meal number 2. All right, y'all see it. Meal number 2, 4 ounces smoked salmon, serving and a half of low-fat cream cheese, 2 everything bagels. I'm gonna put the macros on the screen. I just got recently I started eating this. I had it in Italy once. I never had a cream cheese salmon bagel ever. And then I had like a cream cheese brioche or bruschetta. That's what it was, like a cream cheese bruschetta with salmon on it in Italy. And then when I got home, I was like, damn, I need a cream cheese bagel. Then I just been eating it ever since, and I've been addicted. So 2 of these, I ate 2 last night. I'm eating 2 right now. Whenever I got the salmon in the fridge, I'm eating it. It's going quick. So I bought 4 packs of that salmon. The only issue with this meal, it tastes super good, obviously high in protein. That salmon actually is not as high in fat as I thought. I think for that whole pack, it's 28 protein and 2 or 3 fat for that pack of smoked salmon. But the only issue with this meal is that each pack of that smoked salmon is $8, and it's only 4 ounces. And I can eat it easily in one meal. So I'm gonna have to start smoking my own salmon or do something just to make it a cheaper meal. But yeah, super good meal, super easy to make, 5 minutes, tastes good, a lot of protein. I'm gonna eat this. I gotta go pick my dog up from the groomer. I'm gonna get some more work done, and then I'll see y'all for meal number 3. Having a quick snack, let me see if I can show you this. Pack of blackberries. I think it's 170 grams, gonna knock that out. It's one of the staples in my diet, especially when I'm really on my shit. I get my fiber in with it, hit some macros. It tastes really good. But anyways, I also wanted to talk to y'all real quick about alcohol consumption. Everybody knows alcohol doesn't really contribute anything at all to your gains. Really has no use for your body. It can only be a negative in terms of performance, building muscle, strength training. For the most part, I don't really drink during prep at all. So that could be if I have meets back to back, that could be 24 weeks, which is 6 months, or 5 months straight of no alcohol really. So that could be tough. So when I get out of prep, sometimes it's really hard for me to not drink a lot more frequently, right? Because I've been abstaining for so long. And my wife likes to enjoy some drinks, and my friends like to enjoy drinks. So then when I'm around them and I'm not in prep, I want to enjoy drinks as well. So I say all that to say Kendrick has given me some guidelines. Pretty much he said his guidelines, especially I don't know if this is specifically while we're cutting, but at least my guidelines right now are 5 drinks total throughout the whole week. and then no more than 1.5 drinks in one day. So that seems really low. I mean, it might seem really low to y'all. It seems really low to me because, one, I'm really big, and on a Friday night, I could easily have 5 beers, like while I'm grilling or something, and not feel drunk or anything. And then that could be like my one drinking day out of the week, right? And like, but I'm not really getting drunk from that. I'll get a little buzz, but I'm not like, I feel fine is what I'm saying. But I'm trying to adhere as best as possible to these guidelines. I'm telling y'all right here, help keep me accountable. This week I had like 3 drinks in one night and then 2 drinks another night. And so I was kind of off those guidelines. But now that he really gave me my actual macros, and then he reiterated the alcohol consumption point to me in this last check-in, then I'm really going to try to stay strict with that. So basically what 1.5 does, and these are all words from Kedrick, so I'm not like just telling y'all this. I'm not just thinking of this on my own. The 1.5 is kind of just trying to help keep us in that moderation, in that mindset of moderation and drinking in moderation. So if one day I have 1 drink and then maybe I want to have 2 drinks, then let's say I was going to have a drink the next day, then I could only have 1. So it would be like 3 split up between 2 days. And then that's just like 1.5, right? When you average it out. So like basically at any day throughout the week, it would just be either 2 drinks or 1 drink with a total of 5 drinks. Because of the way that I normally drink, I normally only drink like on Friday, Saturday. Then it might end up only being like 3 drinks per week, at least right now, which to me is such a small amount for me that I feel like the performance effect will be negligible because it's literally such a small amount. Like I will wake up and feel nothing. I might not even feel much when I'm drinking those 2 drinks. You know what I mean? Because it's just not a lot to drink. So I'm gonna try my best to stick to those guidelines. 5 drinks total throughout the week, 1.5 per day at max 2. And yeah, just telling y'all, stay accountable. Y'all help me stick to it. I'm not gonna have any drinks today. There's no drinks in this full day of eating. And then when I get back in prep, that's when we lock back in. And I really try my best to not drink at all unless I'm going to like a big event or like a celebration or something where I'll have a few just to loosen up. But all I got for my alcohol consumption guidelines for my man Kedrick. I really feel like having a nutritionist is helping keep me in check. These times when I don't really have a meet soon is when I get really loose with things normally, which I did in Italy, but that was like a vacation. But now that I'm back and I started with Kedrick, it really helps a lot to have somebody just keep me accountable. Obviously, I'm paying my hard-earned money, so like if he's telling me to do something and then I'm not gonna do it, then it's like, okay, what am I paying this man for, right? If I'm not even gonna do what he's telling me, so it just keeps me accountable. And yeah, it just keeps me dialed in for a longer period of time, and hopefully that helps me when we get to the next meet that we do. So that's all I got for right now. I'm gonna see y'all for meal number 3. It's gonna be a big one, and then we got one more meal after that, and then that's it. All right, y'all, back for meal number 3. Here's the finished product. We got steak, we got fried rice, stir-fried vegetables, all mixed together. Got an egg in there as well, some seasoning, soy sauce. I was gonna wait and eat like a huge meal around like 5 or 6 p.m. like when my wife got home, but I was getting too hungry, so I decided to split it into 2. But this is still like close to 8 ounces of steak. I think it's like 7.5, and then 200 grams of rice, and then a lot of vegetables. So still gonna be pretty good sized meal. Gonna eat this one more time around 5 or 6, like I was saying. I'm not gonna show y'all that because it's gonna be the exact same thing. So I'll just put the macros on the screen times 2. Yeah. I am using like some avocado in this to fry up the avocado oil to fry up the rice and for the steak. My calories are still pretty high right now, and I want to enjoy my food as much as possible while I can. Once the calories start coming down lower and lower, I'm gonna minimize like the use of oils and stuff, just because then it starts getting hard, right? Then I start getting really hungry. But right now, obviously no issues with being hungry. This should be fine. I get to eat this whole meal again, and then I get to have one more meal after that. So I shouldn't be hungry at all. Satiety, I think that's how you say that word. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. Satiety shouldn't be a problem. So, but yeah, I'm gonna knock this out, and then I'll see y'all later tonight for the last meal of the day. All right, I said I was gonna show y'all this meal because it was gonna be exactly the same, but I did switch one thing because I was checking my fats and I didn't want my fats to be too high. So instead of doing fried rice, I just did like plain white rice. I didn't fry it, and then everything else is the same. Same amount of steak, same amount of vegetables. And then I just cook the steak and the vegetables both in just cooking spray instead of using like actual avocado oil. So only changes, pretty much the same meal, just a little bit lower in fat, like easy way to adjust it. Yeah, so we're gonna knock this out. And then I got one more. Oh yeah, I didn't want to tell them. I'm having another Sprite Zero. So this is, damn, I'm ashamed.
Sprite Zero number what?
All right, this is my third. I had one Coke Zero with my salmon. I drink a gallon of water too. It's not like I don't drink water, but I had one Coke Zero and then I've had 2 Sprite Zeros. So I have one more meal after this. I'm gonna try my best not to drink another one, so just keep it at 3 for the day. All right, y'all, having a quick snack. I had one slice of salami that my wife was eating, and then I said having a quick snack, but I already had the quick snack. I ate half this container of pineapple, about 8 ounces. I think that's like, it's like 120 calories, maybe like 20 some carbs. And then I had that little piece of salami, which is like 30 calories, but I'm gonna log it all, but I'm not showing y'all one piece of salami. All right, y'all, this is it. Final snack of the day. Peanut butter jelly sandwich, 2 tablespoons peanut butter, 1.5 servings jelly. That's how I always make them, just, I don't know, precise. Then we're gonna go 3.5 cups of Fairlife milk, finish off the protein. This is gonna leave us like maybe 100 to 200 carbs under that top end that Kedrick had gave me. Again, this is my rest day, so my low end is actually all the way down at 3,100. But for me personally, since I work from home, rest days is actually harder for me to eat less. Like I have to try harder to eat less, as opposed to like a day I go to the gym. That's like 3 hours that I'm out of the house where I'm not eating. Usually my breakfast is really small, so I don't eat a really big meal until like a lot later in the day. So it's easier for me to eat less when I'm training. But the way it's set up is like I actually eat less on this day. So I actually got pretty hungry in the last like couple hours. So I'm eating this last little snack closer to the 3,700 cap than I want it to be today. But again, there's no like actual like set rule on it. It's a range, it's like wherever I want to sit. So also another thing is like I ate a lot of really calorie dense foods today. The 2 bagels, obviously the steak. I was like frying the rice. I was using oils. I'm eating the PB&J. This is not something I would do when those calories start coming down more. Because if I was to do this, but I only had like 3,000 calories, or if I was to do this and I only had like 2,800 calories, however low they're gonna get, yeah, I wouldn't make it. By the end of the day, I'd be so hungry and I would binge. I'd do something, I'd fuck up for sure. So this is only something I'm doing right now because my calories are still pretty high. But as they come down, the food choices will start to change, right? Like instead of a bagel, I might go like English muffin. And then instead of like steak, I might have to go chicken more, or I might have to go like ground turkey, stuff like that. Like I have to switch out some of those meals. I obviously won't be eating PB&J because it just takes up too many calories. So, but yeah, I will keep doing full days of eating every time the macros change. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be every week, maybe every 2 weeks, whenever Kedrick decides to change it. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.